officially 2021 by the time this video goes up, so that's pretty cool. I'm actually filming this on New Year's Eve, so editing this is gonna be fun. Also, just so you guys know, I didn't forget to post last week. I was trying to export my video after I had completely finished editing it. It was 3 days full of filming for me, and I put a lot of effort into it, and in the middle of exporting the video, my editing software shut down and completely crashed, and I was not able to get my video back. So there wasn't a video last week because I didn't have time to re-edit it. So I do apologize for that. But for this week's video, I thought we could do something New Year's themed. And so I came up with 21 simple, healthy habits that you can start doing in 2021. And pretty much all of these are really simple and also don't cost any money. And because there's 21 of these, I'm just gonna jump right into them. So I kind of broke this down into daily, weekly, monthly. So I have 7 daily ones, 7 weekly ones, and 7 monthly ones. So not every single one of these habits are ones that you have to do every single day. But okay, let's start with the first section, which is the daily habits. So my first one is to make your bed every day. This is just helpful for waking yourself up in the morning. A lot of times I find myself really just wanting to stay on my phone in the morning. Making your bed is just really good for you in general. It's good to get your brain going. It kind of makes your room look a lot tidier. And overall, it's just a healthy, good habit to get used to. My second one is to drink a lot more water. I know for a fact that you probably do not drink enough water because no one really drinks enough water. You really can't go wrong. Staying hydrated is super important, and it can help solve a lot of major health issues as well. So overall, just drinking water is really good for you, and you should do it more often. Number 3 is you should be washing your face every night. So this doesn't mean you have to have a whole big skincare routine. The face wash that I use is very, very basic. I think it's just like the Curology Gentle Basic Face Wash. It doesn't have any scent. It doesn't have any crazy ingredients. It's just to get your face clean. Especially if you're wearing a lot of makeup every day, you should definitely be washing your face every night and making sure that you get all of that off of your skin so that your skin has time to breathe when you're sleeping. My fourth one is to wear sunscreen every day. I cannot tell you how much research I have done on this, but sunscreen is so important, especially if you live in places like where I live in Arizona. It gets very hot here. The sun is very present, and so it's super, super important. Cannot stress this enough that you have to be wearing a sunscreen every single day. Now, I know this kind of sucks because some sunscreens are really greasy on your face and they smell weird, and no one really likes wearing sunscreen, but the one that I use is actually a Korean sunscreen, and it doesn't have any sort of greasiness after feeling, and it doesn't leave any white cast on my skin at least, and you don't feel it at all once it's actually like in your skin, soaked in. So wearing a sunscreen does not have to be a whole big deal, but it is super important to be wearing sunscreen every day. Number 5 is eat at least one healthy thing every single day. You should be trying to eat fruits and veggies every single day, and making that just part of a habit will not only feel good for your body, but it's also just really healthy, and it will help you a lot in the long run. Number 6 is getting active and getting outside every day. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go work out at the gym and go do a 10-mile run every day. It just means go for a walk every day. Get outside, take some deep breaths of fresh air, and don't just stay in your house all the time. Just because it's Corona does not mean that you have to stay inside all day. You can still go in your backyard, you can still go to the park, you can still go on walks, and there are definitely ways that you can get out and get active even when it's COVID. And my 7th one for the daily things is make a daily checklist. I think I've talked about this before in my How to Ace Online School video, but making a checklist every day is really nice. Not only like aesthetically is it nice to make a checklist, but also feeling your hand check off each thing as you do them or highlighting things as you do them feels so good. and it really makes you feel super productive. So that's just like a daily habit to kind of keep you on track and make sure that you're doing the stuff that you're supposed to. The next 7 in my list are the weekly ones. So here we go. Number 8 is to exfoliate your body every week. So I have made a real habit out of this. Pretty much every Sunday I will exfoliate my whole body. I have scrubs in my shower. I'll just scrub everywhere that needs to be scrubbed, shave, do all that. And also my face, I exfoliate my face every week. I don't use the apricot scrub, and I don't use anything that's super harsh. Like, those scrubs are really not that good for your skin. But I do use the AHA, BHA thing from The Ordinary. That's what I use on my face once a week. And then also, if I feel like I really want like a physical scrub, then I will use, I think it's the green tea something scrub. Number 9 is to clean your room once a week. And if you have an apartment, you should be cleaning your apartment once a week. If you have a house, you should be cleaning your house once a week. I think it just really helps you feel better about yourself and feel more productive when your room is clean. And so cleaning your room once a week will, 1, keep you from putting it off, because a lot of times what I used to do is I would clean my room once, do like a super deep clean, and then not clean my room again for a month, and my room would be a disaster again. So if you clean it every week, it's a lot easier of a task than it would be to only clean it once a month but do a deep clean. Number 10 is to change your pillowcase at least once a week. I usually shoot for twice a week, but that's only because I'm trying to get rid of acne. But I have heard that it's really important to be changing out your pillowcases pretty often, because when you sleep at night, you are letting out all kinds of bacteria onto your pillowcase. And you don't necessarily have to buy pillowcases either. You can just put t-shirts there, like clean t-shirts. Every day you could change them out if you wanted to. But yeah, just having a clean area for your head and your hair and everything to all be laying on all night is a really good habit to pick up. Number 11 is hanging out with someone in person. Now, this has gotten a little bit hard this year, obviously, because of COVID. We're not really supposed to be going out and hanging out with people, but you can still do things outside. I recently hung out with my friends and we just had a big campfire outside in my friend's backyard, and that was really nice, and it was a good way to be outside but still able to physically socialize with other people. And as the vaccine comes out and people start getting better, I think it's a really good habit to get into, of hanging out with people in person every week. Number 12 is something that I don't personally do myself, but I have heard that it's really good to do, and that's planning your meals for the week. Deciding what you're gonna wanna eat for that week and going to the grocery store and buying all the ingredients ahead of time, so that way you don't get to a day where you feel really lazy and you just order food from somewhere. It's really not very good for your body to do that. A lot of processed foods and a lot of foods that come from restaurants and stuff are not as good for you as home cooked meals. So I just suggest planning out what you want to eat so that it's easier to go to the grocery store, get what you need, and make what you actually want to eat at home. 13 is picking out your outfits every week. So this is something that I used to do a lot of times for school. And now that all of my school is online, I don't really have to do this as much, but it still does feel pretty nice to go in your closet and pick out what you want to wear and have one less thing to stress about in the morning. And number 14, my last thing for the weekly ones, is to meditate. Now, a lot of people in my family do this every day. I find myself not being able to commit to doing it every day, so instead I just do it once a week. But I usually do it at night after everyone's gone to sleep and my house is quiet, and I will just put on some really relaxing, quiet music on my phone, and I will just kind of sit crisscross applesauce on my bed or somewhere comfortable, and I will just take deep breaths and think about the week and think about what maybe I would want to do differently next week and what I'm proud of myself for. And if you made it to this last section, go you. I'm very proud of you, because this video is probably going to be pretty long, even though I'm trying to make it short. But anyway, 15 is wash your sheets at least once a month. If you're not cleaning your sheets at least once a month, you are bringing a lot of filth into your bed where you sleep, and that's kind of gross. And it's also nice to just lay in your bed when your sheets are nice and warm and smell really nice, and it makes you feel really productive. 16 is take yourself out once a week. Get yourself some ice cream or get yourself a nice little meal from somewhere. It doesn't have to be expensive. Anything to get yourself out and be by yourself and treat yourself a little bit is really nice to do at least once a month. 17 is take a day break from your phone. I have already done it once this month. I basically just turn my phone off, put it in my drawer, and don't look at it for the whole day. And it's really good to do that because it kind of resets yourself and lets you think about things that aren't just social media or texting your friends. 18 is try to read a book every month. I was doing this for quite a while this past year, mostly because I had a crap ton of time, and I think it really benefited me. It helped me read faster, it helped me kind of have something to look forward to relax with. And I know not everyone loves to read, but it is very good for you. So if it is something that you at least partially enjoy doing, I think you should try looking to read a book every month. 19 is take some time to sit and journal out whatever you're feeling. So I do this probably a little bit more than once a month, but I definitely do it at least once a month. I just kind of sit down in a quiet place and I just write whatever it is I'm feeling. I don't necessarily have to be having a bad day to do this or a really good day to be doing this, but I do think that you'll be surprised at what comes out when you just sit and journal whatever you're thinking. 20 is to check your budget every month. I just started making money, working, and I don't really spend a whole lot because I live at home and my car is paid for and all of that. But it is good, especially if you have monthly payments that come out every month, like Netflix and your phone and all of those different things. It's good to be keeping track of them so that you can fit them into your budget and see what you're saving for later. And overall, just checking your budget, seeing where your money's going can really help you decide what you want to be spending more or less on in the future. And my last one, I don't have any clips of me doing this because I haven't done it yet, but I am gonna start doing it every month, which is watching the sunrise at least once a month. This does mean that you have to get up early, but you don't necessarily have to leave your house to watch the sunrise depending on where you live. And I think it's just really good for centering yourself to just sit and take some deep breaths and feel the morning air and just be the only one awake and feel like you are really living. Wake up super early to do something like that. Okay, that was a lot of things, a lot of different ideas, and I don't think that you have to do all of these things, but they are just good ideas that I came up with that I wanted to share with you guys. Again, sorry about last week's non-upload, but I still hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you next year. Bye!